Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you officially for one last album review, and yeah, after this, I'm pretty much done with album reviews, so thank God. Because I've done a total now of 11 album reviews, so for this Friday's releases for May 6th. And this album review's for a hip hop album review from the artist named Jack Harlow and his new album Come Home the Kids Miss You album review that I'm going to be doing for you guys and giving you my initial thoughts on what I thought of this album. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this 15 track album, which the runtime was like 45 minutes, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now, what did I think of Jack Harlow's new album, Come Home the Kids Miss You album? Um, it's something. Is it good? That depends. There are some stronger tracks on this album, and I was really surprised. I didn't really hate this album that much. I just think it's average, in my opinion, and I'll go into deep explanation why I think it's average. Because there are some songs on here that tend to rely on repetitiveness with how Jack Harlow is repeating himself with the same lyric, and then it reverts back to some repetitiveness with the choruses and the end of the choruses. And basically, there was one song on here with Lil Wayne in it, and Lil Wayne kind of sucked in the song, in my opinion. And that was Poison featuring Lil Wayne. That song I think was average because of Jack Harlow doing better in the song vocally and Lil Wayne kind of fucking it up, in my opinion. But yeah, Talk of the Town was the opener, and that was not a bad opener. It just had some repetitiveness that I don't know if I could get behind, but the beat was not too bad. And it was only a minute and 22 seconds, so it wasn't very long of an intro track. So 4.5 out of 5. I think it's called Your Harleasy or You Harleasy or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta go back and look at what the song name was again, just real quick, so I know what I'm. Young Harleasy, I meant to put on there. I put You Harleasy. My mistake. Young Harleasy was not a bad song, in my opinion. I was having to look at my phone for a moment just to make sure that I put the right title of the track name, and I kind of fucked it up a bit with writing it down. But still, it was not a bad song. I like the beat to it, and some of Jack Harlow's flows in it are not too bad. So 4.5 out of 5. I'd Do Anything to Make You Smile had a pretty catchy beat. I kind of liked it. But there are some repetitive lyrics in the song that I don't know if I can get behind. But still, it overall structurally sounds pretty solid. So 4.5 out of 5. First Class had this song that it was taking snippets off of from the glamorous Fergie song, the First Class Up in the Sky, or whatever thing that it was saying, but in a more monotoned way to make the song sound pretty weird to get through. But it wasn't a bad song, so I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. Dua Lipa actually had a pretty catchy beat, and I guess it's a song about wanting to screw Dua Lipa. So, yeah. Uh, I think that's what the song is basically pertaining to. The meaning, I mean. So, 4.5 out of 5. I kind of enjoyed the beat. It wasn't that bad. Side piece kind of got annoying with how Jack Harlow was rapping and then singing some of the time, but he kept getting repetitive, saying side piece, side piece, side piece, with some lyrics and then saying side piece, some lyrics and saying side piece, and that kind of bugged me. a bit, and I was like, I'll give it a decent rating of a 4 out of 5. I like the beat, and some of the lyrics are fine, but when it gets repetitive like that, then I gotta downgrade it a bit, because that's where I have my flaws with the song. Movie Star featuring Pharrell Williams was not a bad song. I'd give that maybe a 4 out of 5 too. I don't know if I felt for some moments with Jack Harlow rapping in it, but Pharrell Williams kept getting repetitive too as well. So 4 out of 5. Lil Secret was a decent song. Wasn't sure if I liked it because of the trap beat stuff, and some of Jack Harlow's rapping was not so bad. It was probably the strongest thing about the song, but some of the beat was a little clustered and a little mixed up, so 4 out of 5. I Got a Shot was, it just gets repetitive with the chorus, so I don't know if this is my favorite song in my opinion, so 3.5 out of 5. It's probably one of the weaker tracks on this album, along with Poison, and Poison's getting a 3.5 out of 5 too, because I wasn't sure if I liked that one either. Churchill Downs, I believe is what it's called, featuring Drake. That was not a bad song. I was really surprised with Drake in this song. I was like, thank God he's not trying to rap like a grandpa rapper or whatever, or a granddad rapper, because he kind of raps like a grandpa sometimes. Because he has that grandpa rapper flows in him or whatever, and it just sounds lazy sometimes. But in this, he actually sounded pretty good. He was flowing pretty fast, and I was kind of liking it. It was executing much better. So 4.5 out of 5, along with Jack Harlow not sounding so bad in this song. Like a Blade of Glass or Grass or whatever it's called. I gotta see what the song name is again. I'm just making sure. Give me just a moment, guys. Grass. It's Grass. I put glass by mistake. Sorry, my wording gets messed up when I try to write stuff down. And when I write it down, I kind of mess it up a bit. So, Like a Blade of Grass was not a bad song. I kind of liked the beat to it, and Jack Harlow rapping in it didn't sound so bad structurally. So 4.5 out of 5. Parent Trap featuring Justin Timberlake was a pretty strong song. So 4.5 out of 5 as well for that one. And the last two songs, Nail Tech and State Fair. Like I said, Poison's not my favorite song. I'd give that a 3.5 out of 5. Nail Tech was decent, and State Fair was not a bad song. So 4 out of 5 for Nail Tech, because some of the repetitive lyrics that Jack Harlow repeats can be bothersome, but still, in a manner of saying that it's a bad song, it's really not. It's just the flow is not bad, but the repetitive lyrics are iffy. State Fair actually closed the album out pretty well, so I'll give that a 4.5 out of 5. It wasn't the best song, but it closed out the album alright. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, was a average album. It was not a bad album. I wasn't hating it from start to finish. I just had some problems with I Got a Shot and Poison. Those were the only two songs I downgraded, and there were some 4 out of 5 songs as well. So overall, I think Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You album was a average album. I guess you could give it a shot and see what you think of it. To see what you think of it on your first listen, of course. So first score for me, I'm going to give Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You album a 7.5 out of 10. This was an average album. It's not too bad. I'd probably return to it. Sorry, my throat got congested a bit. I'd probably return to it a bit and see if it grows on me or not. But for now, 7.5 out of 10. It's an average album and an average listen. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Jack Harlow album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys, keep in mind I just expressed my own opinion on this album. And I wanted to give this a shot and see what I thought of it. And I thought it was average upon first listen. So, yeah, I'll probably listen to some tracks and come back to them. But I don't know if I'd come back to the album that much, but from time to time. But yeah, if you enjoyed this album review for Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. The next reviews are going to be for track reviews. I don't know when I'll get around to them. I think the Memphis Mayfire and Saint Asonia track reviews I might put on hold till tomorrow. Because one, I've done so many album reviews from Wednesday evening to now. So it's been about 2 days of doing album reviews, so I'm pretty tired, honestly. But if you guys want, I'll review those tracks, but I'm gonna be really fucking tired afterwards, so I kind of need a little break for a little bit. But hopefully you can understand. So yeah, the next track reviews will be for Memphis Mayfire, Your Turn, and Saint Asonia, Above It All. So definitely tune in for those upcoming reviews if it comes out tonight or maybe tomorrow at the latest. But stay safe, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this Jack Harlow Come Home, The Kids Miss You album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. And as always, I'll see you in my next review.